Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 25th, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out more than you will ever know, and it helps me out more than you will know. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So, thank you all so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show them clearly. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. We have the Death card reversed. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Five of Pentacles. It's very interesting that everything is so lovely right here, right? We have Death reverse, which can mean that we're dealing with a bit of lies, but it can also mean that if we have Scorpio energy in our chart or we're dealing with Scorpios, it's a little bit more tricky than we would like it to be. So just be mindful about that. But the Death card reversed is lies, it's deception, it's transformation that's being blocked in one way or another. So I know when I said here, like these C cards, they're good. I see this as like transformation halted. It's because of heartbreak. It's also because of a poverty mentality for one reason or another. There's something where there's a thought of like, oh, I'll be able to do this. And then there's a roadblock put up. It doesn't have to mean, financial trouble. It can mean that just a roadblock's put up in one way or another that makes you feel like, oh, well, I just can't do this, right? I'm just not able to move forward this way. So do be mindful about this during this time. The Nine of Cups is a wish being granted, and the High Priestess is deeper insight, deeper knowledge, the veil being lifted from your eyes. So there's something here where it's heartbreak. It's a little murky. It's like, oh, how am I seeing this? How am I moving forward? And it's also addressing the heartbreak, the pain, and the disappointment, the things that have kept us held back throughout time. And there's going to be a sense here of like, this stopped me, but it's not going to be stopping me anymore. And every time it comes into my path, like this way of not feeling enough, I'm going to be more aware of it than I ever was before. And I'm going to be more aware of myself than I was before. So with the Ace of Swords, God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe is handing you a gift of knowledge, is handing you a gift of being able to kind of like see a situation or see something and kind of like just soak up all the information that you need. It can be knowledge based, but it can also be, just it's processing based. So it can also be emotionally based. You're going to be really clever with your words during this time, beautiful writings during this time as well. If you write, or any form of of communication is going to be very is going to have an ease with it, a bit of a flow with it. The Three of Swords, heartbreak and pain, right? It's three things in our life that have caused us trauma. Spirit is saying that has traumatized us. So three things that have held us back, that have kept us from where we wanted to be. The Death card reversed is this sense of not fully embracing transformation, or something that's going to be let go, but it's like not yet. But I do see this as lies and secrets that have caused pain. They're going to come out, and there's almost a sense here of like, I know this, right? I know this darkness, this smoke, this fogginess, thisness, and I'm not moving away from it. It's a wish of the soul, but it's a wish that comes forward because of love, because of compassion, because of insight of the heart. And it moves you to this place of the High Priestess, where psychically, during this time, psychically, spiritually, intuitively, you're going to be very much on point, or at least have this knowledge that helps you move forward in a way that is much more, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to move forward. Okay, this is where I need to be. There's a lot more cutting away from nonsense. And with the Five of Pentacles, poverty mentality, we're so used to being on the outside looking in. And this is going to be a time where we start to see, I don't need to be on the outside looking in, right? That's not my world anymore. But do be mindful, because it has been our world, and it had been our world for quite some time. Or this trauma, this hurt, this pain, it was traumatic, it was intense, and it held us back. So we're going to be seeing that. And we're going to be seeing the way that we need to move forward, body, mind, spirit, and soul. All right. There's a clarity of mind that comes in. There's a clarity of questions. There's a clarity of things that you are drawn to listen to take in during this time. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowflake emoji in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on the 1st of February. All the instructions will be in that video. So good luck to everyone, and don't be scammed by anyone contacting you in the comment box. It will not be me. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Right here, we have abundance. Yeah. This is a time to call forward abundance. And I know you might be thinking, well, how? Right? I'm going to be dealing with pain. There's going to be lies and deceit, but there is an abundance to you. There's almost a sense during this time that, yeah, people are going to want to hold you back, are going to want to make you doubt yourself, deny yourself, look at things and say, oh, well, I can't possibly, but you're not going to. There's a sense here of I am blessed and I forget the rest. I am moving forward in an abundant knowing of me. And it's calling in this time of abundance. It doesn't mean that our bank accounts are going to be flooded. It doesn't mean that we're going to get everything we want, though I do wish that for everyone. It's just not logical or feasible. What we're going to see is that things that matter to us start coming in. Things start lining up. We start calling out negativities that were causing us, the heartbreaks and the pain and the disappointment, the things that we thought, oh, I can change this, right? Or, oh, I can just, stay with this or do this or be like this and it'll be just great. And it's like beating your head against a brick wall. It's not going to change. It's only going to hurt you. And this is going to be a time where you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. And you start to look at what you really want, what you're really wishing for. And you start to see more intuitively, more spiritually, more connectively, be it the universe or God or source or spirit, however you say it, however you see it. And you're walking away or acknowledging what has kept you held back, what has kept you small, weak, in poverty, held back from the place that you need to be, soul and spirit. And you're cutting through a lot of doubts and fears and negativity. You're finding your voice. You're clearing your mind. You're embracing your words. You're embracing this way of connecting things that is beautiful. Okay, so let's see. And that makes you abundant. Let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Okay. So here is nurturing. This is the Earth Star Chakra reverse. This is the Earth Star Chakra is located 6 inches below your feet. So right here, Taurus, we're going to see that we're nurturing ourselves. We need to ground ourselves. But so as I said, you're nurturing yourself. Spirit's like, but it's reversed. We need to nurture ourselves in the way that our soul needs to be nurtured. There's almost a sense here of I'm nurturing myself or I'm taking care of things, but not in the way that grounds me, that centers me, and that moves me forward. So Spirit is saying, get into alignment with you, because there's going to be things that you're doing and you're thinking, oh, but this should be filling up my cup, right? This should be moving me forward. This should be the nurturing. And what we're going to see is like, oh no, it's not. Like my soul needs this. My spirit needs this. I need to connect with this. Because that's also another reason why we've been on the outside looking in. We've been trying to do what other people do. And we can only be who we are. We can only do what we do. So just embracing that and understanding that is going to be so important during this time. Excuse me. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. All right. So this is the Hierophant reverse. Be mindful here, Taurus, of getting in your own way. We are represented by the Hierophant in the major arcana. We can get in our own way. And we can, by getting in our own way, we can see things and be like, well, I want that. And Spirit's like, well, like what that person has or what that person is or what this is, like that's what success is. That's how I need to be moving forward. And Spirit's like, no, you need to step into you. And that's going to be a very important thing during this full moon, because this is a full moon in Leo, okay? And Leos, my gosh, I love them, but they love drama. They are drama. A underdeveloped Leo can be just draining because there's so much drama. So during this time, we are looking at the drama of things. We're looking at the intensity of things, and it's going to be magnified, because what we see with this full moon that's at 5 degrees 14 minutes of Leo is what do we need closure to? Like what needs to be brought to closure? And this is to closure. That's a weird way of wording it, but what is this bringing to closure during this time? That's the right way of saying it. And we're going to be seeing things, like we're going to be saying things. We could be thinking, oh, why am I saying that? Like, why am I embracing like it like this? Why am I looking at it like this? And Spirit's like, because that's where I need to be right now. Like, that's what it really is. And I'm trying to cover it up with all these different things. And Spirit's like, no, this is it. Because Leo, we're going into the astrology of it all. I do apologize for not making that clear. Leo is the heart energy. It is the most linked to heart energy of all the zodiac signs, which I always find is interesting. So with the Three of Swords, we're looking at our heartbreaks, our pains, and our disappointments when it comes to this time of looking at the heart, because Leo is the heart and Aquarius, which is where the sun is the head. So this is linked to the head and the heart. This time is going to be very much the head and the heart, and we're finding our voice. We're seeing ourselves. Now, Leo is a sign of kings and sovereignty. It is who I am, and I know where I was created from. So this is going to be interesting. It's not our parentage that we're coming from, but it's that sense of I am connected to the universe. I am connected to source. I am connected to spirit. There is more to me than meets the eye, and that's what we're stepping into. Now, there is the dwarf planet Verona, which is conjunct the moon. This is a very powerful moral compass energy coming forward, which aligns beautifully with Leo, because this is Leo as well, this moral compass, which we might find interesting or contradictory at times with Leo energy, but it's moral integrity, it's truth, it's justice, it's where people have been telling lies. This is now being brought down to earth, being connected to almost where they stand in poverty and ashes. So just being aware of this during this time is that we're seeing, and this is also it. Oh my gosh, that comes through so clearly. This is also it for Uturians. There is the sense here of, because the veil is being lifted from my eyes, because I'm seeing things more clearly, more openly, more honestly for myself, I'm seeing where there have only been ashes planted, like where there have been hollow promises, where there have been doubts and fears and defeats, and like it just can't be. And now I'm starting to align with the true wish of my heart again. And I'm letting go, death to the lies of it all. But it will be something where it's like, I didn't expect it to change like this. So it could be a little bit sad. It's like, oh, I have to let go of that way of looking at it. Like, that's just not for me, or that's not where I need to be, or that's not how it is. And it's going to be something where we look at it and it's like, oh, okay, I see me now. I see me and I honor me. It brings us to the dwarf planet Gungkung, which we talked about before. And this is at 5 degrees of Pisces. Now, this is linked to flooding. And so we can see that geographically, we can see that on the earth, we can see flooding happening, but it's also a channeler for a lot of psychic energy. So with the high priestess coming in, we're being flooded with the psychic energy. We handle it pretty well. If you're born on the cusp with Aries had the high priestess reversed. So they're going to be a little bit more affected by it in a negative way. So just be mindful about that if you have Aries in your chart, because the high priestess is coming in and we're like, okay, I can see this. I can do this. I understand this. And so that psychic energy comes in and we start coming back down to earth. We start seeing things more as they are and less as we kind of wanted them to be. And this can be completely overwhelming. Like, we can be completely overwhelmed by the psychic energy that's coming, the insight, the understanding. But we start looking at things in a different way, and we start welcoming this powerful change. And it's almost like I see where the lipstick has been put on swines, right? I see where it isn't right, and it isn't going to be right. And I'm not buying this anymore. And that's going to be very, very big for us Taurians. I mean, it really is. It's just going to be a very big, like, oh, well, okay, I see it. Okay, I see it. And there's a truth that's coming forward. So if you sit in meditation or prayer or, whatever you do to connect, you're going to find that you talk with divinity a lot during this time. The universe, source, spirit, again, however you say it, however you see it. And then it moves us to the fixed grand cross, which is between the sun, which is at 5 degrees of Aquarius, the moon, which is at 5 degrees of Leo, Jupiter, which is at 6 degrees of Taurus. So that's very big for us. Remember, Jupiter always amplifies. So we are amplified during this time anyway. So that's really cool. And this is opposing Humea which is at 2 degrees of Scorpio. This is enormous determination, grit to see things through, strength of character coming forward. I mean, we are focused. We're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And there's a psychic element to this. There's a spiritual element to this. There's a sense of I'm looking at things with an honesty of heart. Come to everything with love, pure and utter love. Come to it with love. If it makes you angry, okay, not like injustice is being done, I'm angry about that, or people are suffering, I'm angry about that. But if you come to things during this time with pure and utter love, and you say, if it doesn't move me forward in love, I'm not doing it. That's going to be really important. Again, it's not getting upset at things, but it is looking at things and saying, I need to keep my energy vibration high. Most of us are not going to be able to be, like in the midst of everything, like providing aid, doing whatever. But if we come to this world with love to combat the chaos that is happening in this world, that will be profound. And we will see it amplified and amplified, Taurus, during this time. And we'll see it with our children, we'll see it with our partners, we'll see it with our colleagues, we'll see it with our friends, we'll see it with our pets, we will see it with everything. We'll see it with ourselves. If we come to our world, our being with love, oh my gosh, Taurus, we will change our world. And this will be the catalyst for that profound and beautiful change. Now, Jupiter is T-squared the full moon, okay? And this is going to magnify anything that we're going through during this time. And plus, Jupiter is in Taurus, so it magnifies already. So just be aware of this when we're looking at things, when we're changing things, when we're finding it difficult. And Scorpio energy, okay, Scorpio is our sister sign. So this is going to be a time where we can find that energy to be a little bit harder to work with than it usually is. Instead of it bringing out the best of us as sister signs can, it can also, here, because it's reverse, it can kind of bring out the more cantankerous, like not the worst, but maybe the worst, So here, what we're going to see is this sense of, as things are amplified, what was Spirit say? We're going to start to see the shadows go away. We're going to start to see what has been opposing us, what has been that cord that hasn't been harmonizing with us. And we're going to start to be like, no, I was trying to make that work, and it was bringing me, heartache, pain, and disappointment. It was keeping me held back, and it was bringing more of what I don't want. It was making me feel like an outsider looking in, and I'm done with it. Now, the sun is conjunct Pluto. No, now with Leo being the center stage, powerhouse that it is, we are going to see secrets coming to life. And that's also what we're going to see during this time with the death card, the Scorpio energy reversed. It's a lot of secrets coming to life. A lot of things that were kept in the shadows, that were kept held back. We can even see family secrets or, celebrity secrets, things like that starting to come to life, especially regarding people of prominence, people who had a prominent role in our lives or people of prominence in the world. Now, Mercury is conjunct Mars in Capricorn. We are, with this configuration, we are quick thinking, we have a quick mind, and we see that with the Ace of Swords. This is really going to be amplified with us. We're just on. Like, we have a quick, snappy comeback to people. We have a quick mind. We can take in information really fast. We can distribute that information really, really well. Our mind is just working excellently. So just be aware of this. But be mindful that we can be sharp with our words. We can be hurtful with our words around anonymity. So when we think we are anonymous, or when anybody thinks they are anonymous during this time, especially online, people can be really caustic and really toxic. So just be mindful about this during this time. Now, Venus is quadrant Uranus, which is a volatile energy with money. So do be mindful. We have the Five of Pentacles, which already makes us feel like lack. It makes us feel like we have to tighten our purse strings. We can be perfectly fine financially, and yet we're going to think, oh, I don't have enough money, right? I have to really scrimp and save and penny pinch. So just be mindful about this. Be prudent. I like to cut open my toothpaste, which people might say is really weird, but I like to cut open my toothpaste. And as you guys know, we life hasn't always been easy, and you use all the toothpaste because that's what you do, and that's what you had to do. And now I still do it because it's just smart. You're throwing away money otherwise. And so here, you might do things where people are like, "Oh, well, you don't need to do that," or that's like a poor mentality. It's like, no, I'm utilizing what I have. It's not poor. I'm not being wasteful. So it's not being wasteful, but there is a sense here of some sort of energy around lack, and it's going to try and penetrate you to make you think you can't. You can't move forward the way that you want to. You can't have what you want. And it doesn't mean, again, extravagance. What it means is that it's going to try and pull you down from what you love. If you stay in love during this time, and if you stay in love for this whole entire year, you kind of make that your basis and say, okay, I'm going to move forward in love. It will be transformative. It's not being in love every moment of every day, and it's not always being happy and joyous and all that, but it is letting that love move you forward, and that's going to be really important. Remember, again, the dwarf planet Ixion is at 5 degrees of Capricorn conjunct Venus. And this is asking us, are you playing by the rules that are right for you? Are you playing by the right rules? And we're going to need to be moving forward in love. There's something here that it's trying to rip you down. Don't let it. Remember, again, Leo is a drama queen, so just be ready for that. And we're moving into February, and February will be an electric month. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We're blossoming. There's hunger, yeah. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, I love that. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, so you have the new moon in Leo coming forward. So there's a lot of Leo energy here, which is great. Here, we are crowned with the energy of blossoming. Adjustments are required as we embrace our voice in different ways, as we see ourselves blossoming into our voice, into what we deeply desire, into the way we're moving forward for ourselves. So that's going to be a big thing. We're connecting more with the spiritual energy. And there is a sense here of finding the words, finding the way to move forward, finding the harmony within it. We're blossoming into ourselves. Now, with the full moon in Taurus reverse, we have hunger. We have the Three of Swords, which is a heartbreak, pain, and disappointment. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's reversed. Our dreams right now aren't having the practical plan that we really want, but we are hungering for that. So do be mindful. This is going to be a time where we have to be a little bit more down to earth with ourselves, but also compassionate and loving and, caring with us. Looking at what we're hungering for, we're hungering for the heartbreak to make sense, like for the pain that we have been through to make sense. And sometimes it's not going to. So your dreams need a practical plan. Yes, because we need things to start aligning in our lives, to start making sense and harmonizing. Now, it's going to be hard during this time for us to come to an acceptance of the secrets coming out or of the hurts and pains that we have been through. And so acceptance is reversed, and so is step out of your comfort zone. We don't want to. We're very comfortable in our comfort zone. So Spirit is saying here, be mindful about this. Be mindful of the secrets that come forward during this time. We see that here. Where did we see this? With the sun conjunct Pluto, we're going to see the secrets coming out. We're going to see, bubbles being burst. And so it's going to be harder to accept. And it is going to force us to step out of our comfort zone. But we're not going to need to give ourselves a moment, give ourselves a bit of take a beat to be able to, see it, accept it, understand it, digest it, and then we'll be able to step out of our comfort zone, because we're going to want to instantaneously. It's like, okay, just plow forward. And Spirit's like, no, slow down a bit. Assessing what we love, assessing what we're dreaming of. Emotions run high when we start to embrace love and beauty and connection and insight. Now, confidence is our key to success during this time, kind of that attitude of fake it till you make it. There's a releasing of fear as the veil is lifted from our eyes, as we embrace things more psychically, more spiritually, more empathically, however you look at embracing kind of like our sixth sense or deeper sense or our emotional sense of things. That's going to be really important. We can laugh at it. We can be like, oh, like the psychic on the side of the road type of thing. I'm just trusting a feeling. And that's great. But we have to trust that feeling. Still move forward in trusting that feeling. Still move forward in connecting with that energy, and call it what you want, intuition, gut feel. It doesn't really matter. Psychic ability, it matters that you listen. And that's going to be the game changer here. Meditation, listening to the divine, it doesn't matter. Our hard work is paying off. That's reversed. We need to have faith during this time, because we're going to see things, and we're going to have a tendency during this time to be a little bit pessimistic, glass half empty. There we go, type of deal. And we're not going to think our hard work is paying off. But we have to have faith within ourselves, have faith within the bigger picture of our life and what we desire and where we need to be and what we're looking for. And knowing that we're transforming, and we really are. We're stepping into a higher sphere. We're stepping into a higher realm of being and understanding that's going to open up the doors in a really beautiful way, but in a really powerful way for us. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, and that's hope. I love hope. It's the last thing left in Pandora's box, when she unleashes chaos onto the world, and humanity was left with hope, because it's so important. If we lose hope, we lose everything. Spirit is saying here, embrace your hope. Embrace, your dreams, your desires. Don't think, oh, it doesn't mean anything, or I'm too old, or it's too late, or, I'm too this, I'm too that. I'm too much in debt. I'm too, unworthy. It's like, no, you have hope. And there's healing. Now, healing connected with the heart chakra. Connect with the heart chakra. Seriously, Taurus. If you take one thing from this reading, connect with love. Bathe yourself in love. However that color manifests in your life, okay, do so. But also look, green in Qigong is the color of the liver, and it's the color of anger. So look at where the anger is held within our lives. Look at the frustration and start bathing that in love. Start bathing yourself in love. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, and that is not tarot, but this is chakra message, and this is the sacral chakra, and it's inspired. Let yourself be inspired. Let yourself be inspired by parsley flakes. Like, let yourself be inspired by sunsets and sunrises and birds singing and the way the wind blows. Today I was looking out the window, and there were, what are they? Lilac flowers that were just blowing across the lawn. And it was so pretty, up against the snow. And they were all dried, and I don't know where they came from, but they were so pretty. Let yourself be inspired by things that people would look at and be like, oh, it's like tumbleweeds. Like, who would get inspired by that? Let yourself be inspired by what seems to be the most ridiculous things. Embracing your sacral chakra is embracing your creativity. It's embracing your sensuality, not for a relationship or, anything like that, but it is to have that sensual connection with the world. It's living out loud. It's that vibrancy. Subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Ace of Wands reversed. And that's the vibrancy being pulled away. It's not living in passion. It's the fire going out of things. And Spirit is like, hey, listen, we need the fire. We need the passion. We need that beauty to come forward. So just be mindful about that during this time, because we can be thinking it's silliness, right? It's silliness. It's just, I have to be serious about this. And Spirit's like, you can be too serious though, Taurus. So just be mindful. Our subconscious tarot message is the Four of Pentacles. And this is vampiric energy. What is draining you? There's some sort of leech. There's some sort of energy right now that's like this little thief that's stealing away. We see it with the Three of Swords. We see it with the Death card reverse. We see it with the Five of Pentacles. We see it as that little thief that's stealing away joy, happiness, contentment, and beauty. And it's this vampiric energy that has been with you for quite some time. And it's this little leech of darkness. And you're going to see during this time that there's going to be an awakening around it. And it's like, I don't want this. I don't need this. This is not where I'm going to be anymore. And this is not what's going to be defining me. And there's a freedom there. There's a release. which lets more vibrancy come in and lets like this light shine forward, which is fantastic because, Leo is ruled by the sun. So that's going to be great. Subconscious Luna message is look at the bigger picture is reversed. Okay, so be mindful about that. We can tend to get a little bit myopic during this time and let in the beautiful. Let in the beautiful. It is time to let beauty matter. Because for a Taurus, beauty is important. People don't think that. People think of Taurians and they think, oh, stubborn, bullheaded, bull in a china shop type of thing. And yeah, okay. Yeah, we can be. Like, okay, called out. Thank you. But Taurians are also beautiful, beautiful beings. Like, the quality of things means something to you. If you let the beauty side of your personality come out, you're going to start to see that you can tell quality almost instantaneously. You can look at things and assess things, very, very well. And there's just a level of art with you. There's a level of grounding. There's a level of seeing and understanding that's just important. So take it, run with it. Don't be like, oh no, this is just silly. It's not. Okay. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Taurus, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.